A routine is to keep you in line, so you're organized and can maximize the tasks you have to do within the day/week. For me, that doesn't work. I've tried many routines, mental, daily, weekly, alarm based, and every single one failed. They didn't fail because they were bad or useless. The first, second, and third times I followed them and was consistent, but after I missed or delayed it for a long time, it was over. I didn't know why because I kept trying, and if that didn't work, I would try a different routine or rearrange the tasks in that routine. There were days when I was trying to figure out why this was not working. Then I came to the conclusion it was me. I was the problem. I've been writing for years. I'm still trying to find my style and improve each time I write. I'm unpredictable. I can't choose a time to write and write for X amount of hours. It wouldn't work. A routine is very counterproductive to the way I am as a creative. I want to feel free when I'm writing or creating, and a routine is too strict for that. When I write, I want to take the time at least understand what I'm going to write, even if the structure's messy, grammar and punctuation problems, etc. I'm not trying to be the best at those, but I want to at least breathe when I'm writing. A routine grants no connection. I'm wandering from task to task. Once one is done, I move on to the next and the next and the next and so on. I'm basically operating on a mindless system, telling myself it's for my benefit. I get idea sparks at any time. It's not only when I'm at my workplace or when I'm writing. I get the best ideas when I'm away and have nowhere to write them down. I typically expand on ideas before I write them down. Life isn't that predictable. I could get sick, have an emergency, and all the unpredictable stuff. A routine keeps people in line and allows them to get tasks done and be organized. I like to daydream and think to myself, especially about my characters. I like to wonder what they would do in specific situations. I do that without realizing it. It just happens. Like, I don't know, it just happens. I'm currently rewriting my first draft. Besides the other problems, I've come up with many ideas to make the draft better, and being able to think for myself allowed me to understand my characters much better. A routine turns exploration into evaluation. Instead of finding new possibilities, I stick with what works and keep it going. If waking up at 6 a.m. works, I will use it from now on. If writing at 9 a.m. brings the best outcomes with writing, I would do that from now on. It keeps going until I'm not exploring new things. I'm looking for the better and more useful one. This would kill any motivation I have, and I'm just doing what the routine says instead of actually taking in what I'm doing from task to task. It becomes this it becomes this thing of completing the routine instead of creating work. Now, I say all of this to say I want to be a serial author. I want to be an author that releases serially. This isn't a definitive reason why, but it's the most likely as I've always been interested in continuing series or continuing or things that continue. I've always had a connection to things that continue. There are pros and cons to everything. I know I will need at least some discipline if I want to release serially. If I want to release serially, but that's something that I want to do, and I don't know. It's just I think it'll be an interesting journey from myself and the audience I eventually build. A routine gives unorganized people or people in general a way to not fall out of line, get fatigued, and to have stability in a very chaotic and unpredictable world. Overall, routine plus rigidity equals stagnation. I have come to terms with the fact that a routine wouldn't work for me. Not to say I'm mindlessly doing things. For the best creative output, I should do something more of my style. And if a routine isn't working, then I will find something else. I've leaned more into finding a rhythm instead of being stagnant to a routine that wouldn't allow for any creative or personal growth. A rhythm would give me what I'm looking for. At first, it's more conscious, but I want to get to the point where I just do it. I just do it without thinking about it. It's just something that just happens during the day. I don't even think about it. It's just something I do. So that's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. I just write. I at least write every day. Depending, it doesn't matter which time of the day it is. Just I write and that's it. I want to do it for another 2 or 3 weeks to see if it actually works, because at the end of the day it's an experiment. Routines doesn't work for me, so I decided to go with finding a rhythm, whatever that means, because even I don't know what that means. But if anyone is watching, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like, and whilst you're down there, subscribe, as you wouldn't want to miss this journey, because I can tell this journey doesn't even make sense to me. I think that's it. Bye.